Welcome to the Second Season Podcast, a podcast for athletes, entrepreneurs, and families chasing legacy. I'm Mason.
And I'm Danny.
And today, we got the state champs in the house. We're actually in their house here today. Special episode, man. Boys, we're so happy that you guys are on.
Yeah, man, this is incredible. Thanks, guys, for taking the time.
Incredible. Introduce yourself, boys.
My name is Dylan Gross, senior at Rockford, and I'm going to play basketball at Kalamazoo College next year.
Love it. We call him DG.
Yep.
Killer.
My name is Josh Bascom, and I'm a sophomore here at Rockford.
I'm Jake Bascom, also a senior here at Rockford, and I'll be going to Central Michigan next year.
Shout out to Chips. All right.
Yeah, so as you guys can see, we're with some not just incredible hoopers, and anybody who's followed our journey, maybe they saw the episode with Coach Clough, but like I've been talking about these boys for a long time, which is why today is super special for me, because when I met you boys, you guys were like sixth grade, right?
It's come full circle.
Seventh grade.
Yeah.
And, you know, being friends with your guys' family and just, it's just a testament that hard work is undefeated. And it goes so far beyond sports for you guys. So knowing the preparation, you know, that you guys have put into your guys' games and the young men that you are, like genuinely, dude, I'm so proud of you guys. And, you know, I know this year topped off something really special that you guys were striving for.
Yeah, long time coming. And like the crazy thing too is the journey's only just beginning. So like you got to enjoy the rest of your senior year, like especially for you two, because it goes fast. But like some of my boys that I'm still best friends with to this day are boys that I hooped with back in high school.
Oh yeah.
So don't take anything for granted.
Yeah, when you go through big stuff like this, like you guys are locked for.
Bro, you got to remember this forever.
Yeah.
Being state champs, like think about all the high school teams you got in Michigan. Like that's what everyone starts a season. Like they're trying to win a championship.
Yeah.
And you guys did it. So.
And that's what we're jumping into. We're jumping into this right now. We got some really good stuff today. And I'm really excited to hear your guys' responses. Some of them is about hoops and the journey and the run this year, and some of them is about life. But we got to address the elephant in the room right now. What was the moment like, boys? Like, each of you, tell me a little bit, like couple minutes left, right? Your guys' you're in the huddle, you guys are talking amongst each other. What was it like that last couple minutes? And then what was it like when it happened?
You know, I would say I think we all had that feeling as soon as we went to the locker room at halftime. We made that run. DG hit a couple threes right before half, and we were down 5. And I just think all of us, we really knew like we were going to come and win this thing. And then we got down to it, and it was a surreal feeling for sure. Something I know I'm never gonna be able to experience like that again, but it was awesome, and something that I definitely won't forget.
Well, I think the crazy thing too is like you guys lost East Lansing earlier in the year, so it's like
I was there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Behind the bench.
Well, that's when we had Coach Clough in too. It was like I don't know.
Oh, it was.
It was like 10 days maybe after you guys lost to EL.
Yeah.
And he's like I've just been telling the boys we just got to trust the process.
Yeah.
We just got to trust the process. So like even being down at halftime, it's like what do we got to do to win this game?
Yeah, exactly. And it was like that wasn't our first situation like that either. So like we've been in that position before. We knew exactly what we had to do.
Man, so prepared. Y'all were well prepared, and that's from the schedule to your training to all you guys believing in it, like super well prepared. All right, Josh, tell me what was it like for you, bro, with your older brother, right?
Going into halftime was like the first time I realized, like, man, like we're in the state championship. Like
Yes,
we have a
sir.
chance to win this thing. And I mean, same thing as Jake. I knew we weren't gonna lose. Like there was no way. Like our team was just gonna go out there and just not win that game. And then I felt like the moment like we knew that we won it was when Jace got that rebound, when they shot like that mid-range shot, and it was just joy and just like. Felt like everything that we've been working for the whole entire season finally just like came true.
That's amazing. It's not just the season; it's your whole entire life.
Yeah.
And it's not just you guys who've worked for it; it's your families who have put you in that position. So that's, dude. And let's be really clear: you guys beat an insanely good team.
Yeah.
Like this East Lansing
For
team,
sure.
they won the state championship last year.
It's Mr. Basketball.
Mr. Basketball this
Yeah.
year got some dogs. Like to do this together, to have it come to an ending against a team like that, like just I can't even imagine how that felt. DG, tell us about it, bro.
Yeah, you know, kind of in the same boat as them. Like we were in so many close games this year, and I feel like that was the deciding factor of what helped us kind of pull away in that game. You know, these two dudes hit big threes in that game, which was basically unheard of all year. But in the biggest moments, they kind of just stepped up and made that play. But, it just goes down to, like, us trusting each other and just going in here every day, working and making sure we're getting the best out of each other. But, yeah, when that buzzer sounded, as soon as Jace made that layup, that's when it kind of set in for me. Just kind of started jumping around, like, don't even know what was going on, but yeah, just pure joy to do it with these type of dudes.
What was the Breslin like playing? You guys ever played like team camp or anything there, or was that like your 1st time hooping there?
First time. Yeah, it kind of packed. First game against Avondale on Friday, it was kind of packed.
Yeah.
But Saturday in that state championship game, that place 10,000 people playing in front of everyone in front of the state, so it was sweet.
What's the behind the scenes of that? Like, do you guys get to practice there? Like, what does that look like? So you're like, okay, we're rolling into, because first game is it semis or is it quarter? It's semis, right? Mm-hmm. So do you guys get to practice there like the night before, or what's that look like?
No, so we got there at probably 10 a.m. Friday morning and walked in the gym real quick to try to get a feel for it.
Yeah.
And then around 11, we just got to, like, shoot around for a little bit. But, yeah, basically that was, like, our first time on the court.
You're like, all right, we got to hoop.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter.
Uh-huh.
Bro, and these boys, for you guys listening, like, obviously there's levels of commitments that programs and the people in communities have to, like, be performing at an elite level.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say this numerous times today, these boys were prepared. Like, they have been in so many moments that I've seen you guys play, and that it doesn't matter what that gym was and who you guys were playing, you guys were just playing against yourselves at that point, And so, like, you're forever ingrained in your friends, in the families who know your families, in this community as a champion. But, like, part of this platform that we have is we talk about, like, the real when it comes to the journey and a lot of times the adversity through the journey, right? So we're going to talk about a lot of highs today. But one thing I want to dive into, and there's moments that I have for each of you guys as I know about your story, especially this last year, but, like, think of an adversity moment throughout this year, right? And I want to hear from each of you guys on this. Like, during this epic run, where did you guys face adversity and how did you guys overcome that?
This might be the answer for all three of us because I really think this kind of defined our season. But after we lost to Hudsonville, there was just a lot of emotions going around, kind of just like, I wouldn't say bad talk about each other, but we were just trying to figure things out. We hadn't played a game like that before, and we had some super tough discussions, just some conversations you don't want to have at all. But I feel like having those conversations, what we need to do better, trusting each other and everything like that, I feel like that kind of built us for the run we had in March and helped us get there.
It's incredible. Before you pass that, and I told you I don't want you swearing, so don't say exactly what I said after the East Kentwood game, but I remember specifically, bro, that I was talking to you on a Saturday and on a Friday night, and this is before your epic state run, right? You were on fire in the whole state run, but, like, on a Saturday, I message you because I wake up and it's all over the internet that you missed a free throw, and homeboy at East Kentwood, right, good guard, comes down, gets the layup, and you guys lost. And what did I basically say to you? Like,
I mean, it's like, I can't really say it, but it's like, hey, you put up a lot of reps and just, like, trust your game and just know your abilities and just shake that one off, kind of.
Yeah, forget about that free throw is essentially what and, like, you fell back. Like, a lot of people, they let those moments, like, deter them from the journey, right, or the mission they're on. And, bro, the way you responded to that, and especially, like, every three, bro, that I saw you hit, like, when I was coming to the playoff games, it would just give me, like, chills knowing that it's like, you're out there making plays on fire, but it wasn't like that for you all season. You played well, but in the beginning, a couple things that you overcame to prepare you to make that run, bro. So I'm so freaking proud of you on that, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Josh.
I mean, yeah, my answer is the same as Dylan's. That Hudsonville game was a pretty rough one, and because that game was on a Friday, that weekend I was pretty depressed, and we lost
yeah,
that.
I would have been sick too.
And I mean, our whole team just felt like we weren't, like, connected, and like he said, there was a lot of uncomfortable talks within our team and coaches, and, like, the important part is how we, like, after that, like, how we reacted and how we didn't lose another game for the rest of the season and went on to win the state championship.
Yeah, how many games you guys rattle off after that L? Like, when was that? Middle of the season?
Yeah.
Yeah, near the end of conference play.
It was probably, we probably went on a 12-0 run. after that.
Playing
That's tough,
insane
dude.
competition.
It's super
Yeah.
tough.
Don't pass it yet, Josh, because you're somebody who, not just like obviously the team adversity and the cohesive answer because of who you guys are, who you play for, who your parents are. Like, you know, that moment of the Hudsonville moment sticks with you guys a lot. Like team bounding together to proceed. But for you, Josh, you faced some personal adversity, right? And like you, at a very young age, bro, have played some very high level basketball, getting recruited at a very young age, playing on, I think it was like the Steph Curry, was it Steph Curry or some sort of team that you got chose to play on? Like you've played in some very high level basketball games up until this season. And then what happened this year that you were dealing with? Because you were dealing with some personal stuff, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. How
Yeah,
did you
so-
overcome that, dude?
About this time last year, actually a couple days ago was a year from it. I broke my ankle playing in an open gym in this gym actually, and I was probably out for like 8 months, like 7 to 8 months, and that was probably like the roughest seven months of my life. Just getting bad news, like because it was only supposed to be like a 4 or 5 month injury, but I just kept getting bad news after that, and the people around me just told me just like stay strong and have good thoughts, and the people around me really got me through it because it
Sure.
was really a rough time, and I would just say like the people around me just helped me the most.
That's with everything in life, bro.
It's
Proximity.
part of the game.
Proximity around good people can get you through anything, bro. And like a broken ankle when you're a kid that you then went on to win a state championship, like the reality of life is that's gonna be a small problem when you look back on your journey, right? And that's what's so cool about sports is it teaches you that.
Yeah, and I can tell you firsthand too. I blew my knee out twice. I blew my knee out when I was in 8th grade, and I blew my knee out again when I was a sophomore. Which was, I mean, just from like the recruiting standpoint, like that's a big year. Like you're going into your 16U year. That's a big year, but there's a reason why things happen, and you just got to trust the process. You just got to keep your nose down and keep working because it'll all work its way out.
Yeah, it did. It
So,
did.
yeah.
And it's proof. And like I remember when I broke my, guys know about my story, but when I broke my leg, I literally remember that, bro, I had a full leg brace on. I couldn't even like go to the bathroom without my parents' like help of getting me in there. It's pitch black. I'm sleeping on my living room floor. I'm 16 years old, looking up at the pitch black ceiling, thinking like, bro, this sucks. I remember like that fighting that demon, bro, of like I'm known to be like, disgustingly positive, but when you're going through that, like it's hard to
It's
be
so
positive,
hard,
bro. So I'm so glad that like that you had the people around you that you did, because to bounce back and then to find your confidence, and like I saw you, bro, all year of getting your balance back.
Yeah.
And like you finally got your balance back and then you hit the 3 in the state championship game. Like there's people that haven't gone through serious injuries before, they don't realize how hard it is to bounce back. So for you to be at the level that you were at the end of the year, bro, like
Yeah.
I know that took a crazy amount of work.
What was it like having an older brother too? Like always, like was he
mean-
giving you buckets or like you were giving him buckets growing up?
I mean, I would say we haven't 1v1 in a while in the driveway at least, but probably every single day during like their middle school summers we'd play 1v1,
yeah.
and I would say if we were to play 10 times, he'd probably win 6 out of the 10 times, and I'd probably win 4.
But you had a gift of being, I was the younger brother. You guys
Yeah.
know my brother.
Yeah.
Like being a younger brother, I was 2 grades below Z,
Yeah.
and he was highly recruited, all area team. But that put me into playing with older dudes my entire life. I remember like 8th grade year when Zach, which would have been Jake as a sophomore, started playing with the seniors, which then for you in 8th grade, you were not only playing with these dudes, but like other dudes that they were playing up with. Like the amount of perspective and learning that you can get from the game by playing up, like being the younger brother is a gift.
It's a massive gift, yeah.
It's
And
a
you don't
gift.
even, and you honestly probably won't even realize it until a couple more years down the line.
Yeah.
Like, you're a junior, senior, and you've been playing against your brother who's going to be playing Division I basketball. Like, just that the IQ side of things just comes to you. So take advantage of that. Like you understand the game, you're going to process the game a lot quicker than someone who doesn't have that older sibling.
100%.
So yeah, use it
100%.
to your advantage.
All right, Jake, let me hear. I need to hear about some sort of adversity during the run. You were team captain, right? You've seen a lot of these runs, good and bad. I mean, mostly good. You guys haven't lost much throughout your 2 varsity career, right? But speak to me on some adversity moment that you either personally overcame or as a team overcame.
Yeah, I'm with Josh and Dylan on this one. I think that Hudsonville game, I actually today in class I went and rewatched that Hudsonville game, and
You were
Dylan was
sick.
yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
He's like, damn, I should have made that jump.
I went and rewatched it. Dylan was sitting right next to me, and after I was done watching it, I told him, like, we did not play a worse game than that all season. Like, everything that could have went wrong that game went wrong. But now that I look back at it, it really was the best thing that could have happened to us. And just like all the things that brought after that, like we had some hard conversations after that, but it needed to be had. Practices picked up so much more. So yeah, I would say like that game is what I think won us that state championship.
I love it.
Bro, that's a perfect segue into when Coach Clough was on here talking about how these boys were emerging as leaders, right? And so for like you guys, this is an early moment in your life where you got to instill leadership to overcome, which seems like this Hudsonville game was a huge thing for this journey. But like, be real and be vulnerable here. Each other, how did you each step up in leadership? Like, right? Because when you knew you had something special, everyone's telling you guys, oh, 5 dudes who are all going to college playing 6, 7 dudes, right? But like, there's something about a brotherhood in leadership that like makes you even go harder, right? So what's something you learned about leadership this year, each of you? I want to hear from you guys on this.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say Dylan is like a natural born leader, and I've actually learned so much about leadership from him this year. I'm very thankful for that. But me and him, and then Chase Pitch, our other senior, after that game, we went into practice saying like we're gonna go kill today. Like we're gonna get everybody in this gym better today. And if a fight breaks out. Like that was our mentality for that practice.
I love it.
So yeah, I would say, I mean, Dylan's taught me a lot about leadership this year.
That's why he's one of the all-time greats, right? That's ever come through this program. So Josh, like you're young, but for you to be in
You're
the
next
position
up.
that you have been in, you have no choice but to be a leader on this team. So speak to me a little bit about that, of being a younger leader on the team, and what was some leadership stuff that you needed to do to fulfill your role that you have?
Yeah, so after the Hudsonville game, like these two and Chase, like I could see it coming into practice, like the next practices, like all the energy that they were bringing, like just feeds off to all the other guys, and I saw that, and just for me to prepare like to be a captain next year and senior year, like I needed to look at these dudes and see what they're doing, and just try and do the same stuff that they did, and just make practices super intense.
Yeah, the harder
Sure.
you go, it brings the best out of everybody else. And
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different, I was going to say too, there's a lot of different like leadership types. Like there's some people who are a lot more vocal. Like I probably wasn't, like looking back now, I probably wasn't as vocal as a leader as I probably should have, but I was a big example guy. Like you knew I was going to be one of the first ones in the gym. Like you knew that I was going to give 100% on every single drill. So it's like understanding those different characteristics and like what you can bring to the team. Like you don't have to be the most vocal guy, but as long as you know what your role is, that's what's important.
for sure. But I will tell you that like later in life, of being vice president of a, publicly traded $7 billion company, there's something special. You don't have to be the loudest, but there's something special about somebody who walks it out plus can be a vocal leader, right? Like that
100%.
that is a skill, bro, that not a lot of people have, that goes so far,
Yeah.
right? Beyond the sport.
100%.
So DG, born leader, bro. Like I've known your energy when we met when you were in middle school, bro, and I'd come up to MVP, and you're getting your reps in at night and vocal when we play. Like, have you always been a leader? And then what did you find this year that you really had to tap into leadership to keep these boys, in line?
Yeah, I just say everything is so vocal in this game, and just making sure everyone's on the same page at all times. My biggest thing, when there's a dead ball, just get everyone together, make sure everyone's on the same page.
I saw that a lot.
And, with Jake, I feel like I'm more the vocal leader. I feel like Jake, he just demonstrated. He was vocal, but when he was in the gym, you could just tell, like, he's pushing people, making sure they're going as hard as they can. But to me, I feel like that vocal aspect is just something that can just positivity, regrouping, and all that is just what makes it special.
100%. The words you speak matter, boys, and it can impact a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. I'm almost going to piggyback on that. What's one thing that Coach Clough pushed you guys on that maybe you didn't understand at the time, right? Maybe this was after the Hudsonville game, after you guys are trying to regroup, that you maybe didn't understand at the time, but you understand it now? Like, was there any moment, like looking back, that you were like, okay, like I understand why he did it the way that he did it?
Yeah, it's when we beat Brother Rice in our locker room after that game, it was all about no complacency. We beat a really good Brother Rice team, but that was still mid-December, so I feel like we still had a lot to figure out about ourselves, but I feel like he instilled that, like, you just can't be comfortable. You got to come in here every day, no matter how you're feeling. If you don't want to be here, you can't act like that. So just making sure you have a positive attitude no matter what, and just know what the ultimate goal you're reaching towards is.
Yeah, that's huge. That's great. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I was going to say is he always says stay uncomfortable. Like, even if we have the big wins, he always just says stay uncomfortable. And I felt like we did do that. And, I mean, we won a state championship. So
It
just
paid
always having a chip on your shoulder is
Yeah, for sure.
one of the best things ever.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Clough.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I would say he always told us, like, trust the process this year. And whether that was all season long or in a game like our Northview game, he kept telling us, like, halftime, just trust the process. Like, we're going to get it done. And we got it done. And same thing with the season. He just, every practice he came in, told us trust the process. Like, all the little things we were doing, they were going to pay off in the end. And they did.
And how cool is it to play for I think of Clough as, like, I use the word tweener. Like, in the business world, I'm a tweener. I'm in between the old heads, in between the young dudes. I'm a tweener that has perspective. I can still hoop, but coach too, right? So, like, Clough being a quote-unquote player's coach, or, like, somebody closer to you than you guys playing for, like, now there's some legends, 65, 75-year-old. We talked about Patino. Like, there's some legends out there.
OG
Don't
legends.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, like, I know you each had friendships as man-to-man friendships outside of, like, him being your coach. How cool was it playing for a quote-unquote, like, player's coach?
Yeah, it's been really fun. I mean, we've had a relationship since right when I started high school. He was texting me, and it's only built since then. And we've gotten really close over the years, and it's been fun just to, like, go throughout my high school career, like, with him, and, like, all the things we've went through together. It's just been an awesome experience.
That's what's up. I love it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's good having, like, the relationship with him because he'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he'll
that's
push
what you
you.
need.
He'll push you every single day. He'll never, like, slack at all. He always pushes you every single day. And it's just great to have that relationship with them because you're going to get better as a player and a human. And it's just great to have.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the past 3 years with him as me and Jake's coach for the past 3 years, he's probably one of my, like, I would almost say heroes, just like what he's done for me and the amount of respect I have for him and how he carries himself. That's rubbed off on me now. I kind of came in as a sophomore, a little bit quieter, kind of shy, and kind of just building up and getting used to him and what he brings to the table. That's kind of what has made me into the person I am today. So I'm just super grateful for him and just everything that he's done for me.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I love it.
Something special when a coach can unlock you to be a dog. It's like, bro, when you're around me, when you're around him, you got no choice but to go
Bro,
hard.
the other thing too about coaches that I have a great, like, I texted my Western Michigan head coach a couple days ago. Like, even when I transferred from Northwood for 2 years, like, I still keep in touch with my coach. Dude, the best thing about coaches is they see potential in you before you even see it for yourself. Like, they always want what's best for you. So keep that relationship because it's important. And, like, even now I'm 26. Yeah. Like, I still keep in touch with them because they always want what's best for you.
And that's a tough, like, for Clough, bro, think about it like this. Like, they have a very unique where these dudes are getting recruited at, like, an early age.
I know.
All these dudes are superstars, right? So now not only do they hear it from everybody else,
Yeah.
that they're dogs, he has to be able to motivate them past that, past the noise, right?
And there's gonna be a lot of noise. What you guys are going through, I mean, being recruited, like, you know what it's like. Like, there's a lot of noise, but it's like you're trying to, especially during the season, like, you're trying to stay on this path. Like, you've got a mission that you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
It's not easy when you got a lot of people barking at you, parents and coaches and AAU coaches and friends and teachers and whatever. So it's tough to stay motivated.
Well, that's a perfect segue into, like, this mentorship, segment of this that I want to talk about.
Yeah,
right.
for
Because
sure.
every person, boys, that we've had on here, whether it's pro athletes, people who run crazy successful businesses, there has been people that have impacted them. It's way beyond the sport, right? Like raised you guys to be young men. So not just basketball, but like, and this is a deep question, right? And I want to hear from each of you guys, but like looking back on this, you've lived in a surreal moment this last 60 days or however long it's been, right? Has it ever like hit you, like being young, but having the mature thought of just how grateful you are for these people and who are these people for you guys?
Yeah, it's probably pretty simple, but mine are my mom and dad. They just kind of been with me every step of the journey, and to have them in my corner, even after a bad game, they're just always there to support me, always just talking through things with me, and then always just making sure I'm okay outside of basketball, asking those questions, constantly checking up on me, and just to have them in my life and surround myself with them every day, which is a gift. I'm just super grateful and like couldn't imagine where I would be without them. So yeah.
It's incredible.
I love it.
It's
Yeah.
a common theme amongst many successful people, right? And
Having strong parents.
yeah, man, it's just the greatest gift when you look at your life, having a mom and dad who believe in you. Like to this day, boys, when I have a business idea, I call my dad and he's like, bro, do it. We just talked about this. I
Yeah.
believe in you. Do it, right? So I'm so glad you had that, DG, and it's evident in the man that you are.
For sure.
I mean, I gotta go with my parents too, my mom and dad. Even after like bad games, like they would just tell me like it's all right, and they wouldn't be hard on me at all. And they just believe in me like every single game that I can just go out there and play my best. And I also want to say like the community of Rockford for showing up to all the games and like the support that they had. Like if we didn't have that support like at the Breslin and them being loud, like
They were
it
showing
could have
out.
changed.
Yeah. Although it's crazy.
Yeah,
I
they were
told these-
showing out.
They might as well have been a Michigan State basketball team.
Bro,
this year. Between the
no.
press and the environments that you guys played in, it was insane.
I was on social media and I was just like scrolling through reels and I like remember seeing like like they had like, I don't remember who posted it, but it was like a clip of just like the Rockford fan base there. Like they were popping off.
Yeah, my
it was
favorite
crazy.
social media clip of the year for Rockford basketball was the 1-800-CALL Sam when all the student sections running out and Josh comes up and dunks it and Clough's running behind him. That was
Electric.
crazy. That was so sick. What about you, big dog?
I'm gonna go with my parents as well. There was this one thing my dad told me when I was younger, and it was he goes, "I don't care what you do in life, but whatever you do, you're gonna work your ass off doing it." That's kind of stuck with me, and obviously through basketball, but obviously what I do after basketball too. Just work hard, and it'll pay off.
Man, and you guys, I don't know your parents, obviously, but obviously I know your parents, and your dad specifically really well. And knowing his journey, grew up in Lansing, blue collar town, anything that your dad ever had, he worked really hard for, right? And like to see his sacrifice in you guys and how you guys play and in the men that you are in the community, man, it makes me so happy for him too, not just you guys, for him, because there was a moment in his life when he was a young man, not much older than y'all, and he's envisioning what's his life looking like, right? Like, is him and your mom gonna have kids? What is his son's gonna be like? I hope they love basketball the way I do. Like all these thoughts that you guys are gonna that you have as a young man when that next phase comes. And then I can't tell you how many times, like, I think this was for you. It's like 5 years ago, Josh, where it's like I'm hooping with your dad at Monday at noon, and you guys like drove overnight back from Atlanta. I'm like, what up, JB? What's good, bro? He's like, how's your mom? I'm like, good, man. I got a couple meetings in, just got a lift in, about to hoop. He's like, yeah, bro, I just pulled in from Atlanta. Josh had a game.
You got to get a
here.
couple buckets.
No, Josh had a game. Just literally drove overnight, got Josh to school, back hooping. So like the sacrifice, and that's something I talk about a lot. Like as a kid, my brother and I grew up super modest. We had everything we needed on that side of things, but like we had more than what we needed on a parent who would drive us across the country to play in a basketball game on a Saturday, bro. Like that is a gift.
Yeah, dude, I literally think about it too. I'm like, think about how many Gatorades your parents have bought you guys from the concession stands at tournaments. I was literally just thinking about it. I'm like, dude, like we're probably talking thousands, like over the years.
Yeah, but you look back and like, this isn't to be too deep, but like Danny lost his mom during his basketball journey. During my basketball journey, I went through an 8-year cancer battle with my mom, and I'm grateful that my mom is alive, right? And but during those hard times, like during that run in my 20s, which was tough, on me, and I can't imagine what you went through, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always, like, what held me up of, like, the highlights of my life were, like, a Friday night, just my mom and I in a hotel room, because I had a hoop game, an AAU game the next Saturday, right? Like the parties and the girls and all that stuff, like, being the younger brother, like, that was cool. And I grew up in a little different environment than you guys grew up in, but similar. But, like, the highlights of my childhood always reverted to those AAU weekends
For sure.
that, like, my mom and dad scraped up what they had to pay $212 for me to stay the night there on a Friday because we had a game in Akron and we couldn't make it in time.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, life is fragile, bro. You really just don't know it until you get older. But I'm just grateful that you guys know that now, right? And, like you only get so much time with your parents, bro. So, like, for them to see you go on this run
Yeah.
and to be, more importantly, good young men
Yeah. And they're so proud of you guys.
instead of just hoopers, right? Which you guys are incredible hoopers. All my social media stuff I talk about you guys, I'm like, yo,
Ooh.
great hoopers, better
people.
kids.
Yeah. Better person.
Bro, like, and I believe that. And it's not just because we're friends and I believe in you guys, but, like, I believe that because that is the difference of a fulfilled journey and feeling worthiness for your entire life. When you guys got pressure on you outside of basketball, right? We're gonna talk a little bit about what you guys can envision what your life to look like when you're done bouncing the ball. I think you all got a chance to play pro basketball. And even when you go play pro basketball, like, there is still life after basketball too, right? Which is really cool. So we're gonna kind of segue into, like, two things that I want to hear from you guys on later in your life when you close your eyes, because at one point on your hoop journey, you closed your eyes and you envisioned yourself being state champs, right? Like, you envisioned all this stuff that happened. You manifested this in some way, guaranteed. But, like, what's a lesson, whether it's from this year or your time in this program, what's a lesson that you think goes beyond basketball that's going to take with you when you're a husband, you're a dad? What's something you learned this year, each of you, that you know is shaping you for life after basketball?
I would say just there's so many ups and downs this year, and obviously there's going to be in life too. But just like, and even going back to like what Coach Clough has told us, just trusting the process, and just working hard always, just to get you through life, and yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hearing you say hard work's undefeated, and that's ingrained in your mind because you got proof,
Yeah.
proof of it.
There's no handouts in this world.
Ever.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just gonna say working hard, because if you always work hard, no matter what it is, you're always gonna get like a successful result. And like, even if that's not a basketball, like later in life, like if you wanna get a job, like if you just work hard, like you're gonna get it.
Amen.
Amen.
I'm gonna help you out with all that, by the way, when you guys are done. But
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, DG?
I'd say appreciating every moment. Everything goes by super fast. I'm going back to our run, but like it felt like this right when the run started to when that state championship buzzer ended. But it's just appreciating every little moment in your life. Just take one moment and just look around at everything that's happening and like appreciate how hard you've worked, but know there's still more work to be done. And just taking it all in, like, and know that don't take it for granted. So
Yeah, dude, it's such an awesome feeling. I'll tell you guys this too. So my best friend Joel, he was actually tight end at Central, but he's in the NFL now. I'm his best man at his wedding. We've been boys since second grade. Like, some of my best friends that I still have to this day that I talk to weekly were my high school boys that I played basketball with. Yep. And it's like we talk about it all the time. We're like, damn, I remember when I lost to TC West, like regional final, like I was sick. But like, you'll like talk about all these stories and all these memories that you have forever. So like, definitely cherish the moment, man, because you blink and it goes by even quicker than you can imagine.
That just reminded me, Jake, why did you watch the Hudsonville game today?
Yeah, bro.
I love it. That is some Kobe Bean Bryant shit, bro. That is amazing. That is amazing. Okay, so
what are you going to study? What are you going to study at Central? Or do you know what you want to study?
I think
he wants to study basketball.
I think I'm going to go for business. I'm not quite sure what yet, but obviously I feel like I can do a lot with business for whatever I figure it out. So
for sure.
So no wrong answers here. This is like a question, and it's gonna change a million times for y'all. But when you close your eyes and you're done hooping, After you've played college, played pro, if that's the route that you want to go, when you're done hooping, what does your life look like? What do you want your life to look like?
Honestly, exactly what my parents have built right now for us. Like that's what I want for my kids. Like that's just what I want my life to be. The community I grew up in. I really wouldn't change a thing about it.
It's amazing. You got to get you given a good gift, from your parents. What about you, Josh?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just raise a family and just live in like a great community like Rockford, something similar to this. Maybe it is gonna be Rockford. I don't know yet, but just uh, live in a great community and have a great family.
Community's really impacted you boys a lot. And that's something that you can hold on and want to have for your future kids and anything they do.
Yeah, dude, think about it on the basketball side, like how many people like you guys impacted.
Yeah.
Like not even intentionally tried to impact, but you just did.
Yeah.
Like that's such a special thing that this community will never forget. And when I was in the gym down there earlier, it had 2026 basketball state champs up there. So like that's never going away. Like that's building a legacy for this community and for this high school forever, and no one will ever be able to take that away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I just say, kind of like Jake and Josh said, just have a loving family, surround myself with good people, good community, and make sure I'm just doing the stuff I love and making sure that when I get a job, it doesn't feel like a job to me. I can just go in there, have fun, talk to the people I love, and just cherish it.
Well, I hope that you guys got a friend in me that you can look at because I love what I do. And I'm saying this in front of thousands of people that when your basketball run is done,
yeah,
at the bank, in any business I'm a part of,
hit my line.
you guys have a job forever.
Yep.
Because winners win at everything. And hard work is truly undefeated. So I got one big, deep question I'm going to ask these boys before we wrap this. But before we do that, you got any more questions for these boys?
I don't think so. I mean, that was the big thing. I mean, I think we already touched on hardest stretch of the season. Sounded like it was Hudsonville. Like that was just a big moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a big question. And what made me think of this is, so over 20 years ago, Rockford won the state championship. And I'm friends with those guys. I do business, I do life, I coach some of their kids. My boy Alex Briggs, my boy Kevin Wern, great dudes, right? So it makes me think about for y'all, in 20 years from now, and it goes fast, boys. Trust me, when I was graduating high school, I was like, yo, the 10-year reunion seems like a life away. The 20 years is gonna go fast. So 20 years from now, you got this community full of young hoopers. Clough's left a legacy, whether he's still coaching or not, but Hall of Fame coach. What do you want this community to remember your guys' team by?
I just say brotherhood, just connecting with each other as much as possible. Me and Jake have been boys since probably about third grade, and just to build that relationship with him and then everyone else on the team, it's just something special. And the fact that I'm going to have these type of relationships back in 20 years, it's just something I'm going to be forever grateful for. But yeah, I think that just having a brotherhood and people you can lean on when things get hard is probably the most important thing I want people to remember.
That's incredible.
I love it.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I was gonna say the people that you do it with, because what you guys said, you're these people that you play high school basketball with, you're gonna remember them for the rest of your life. So just doing it with those people, good people, and just having those relationships for the rest of your life is just something special.
Amen. Amen.
I'm with these two too. And I would say the community aspect of it too, the amount of support we've gotten over this season and all the seasons I've played here at Rockford, it's been incredible. And I know it's not like that everywhere. So I'm just really grateful and thankful to have a community that'll support us like this.
Yeah, and what I'm hearing you guys all say is something I say a lot in business is it's the power of we. So in 20 years from now, when they see that banner that you just referred to, it's a reminder that when you are all bound together and you got a group of people who believe in each other, not just on the team, but the community believing in you guys, it truly makes you guys unstoppable. It makes you unstoppable. So, before we wrap this, I want you guys to follow these dudes on their journey. We got DG, absolute clip. He's playing at Kalamazoo College. unbelievable leader, unbelievable athlete. His IG is going to be tagged to these episodes. Make sure you give him a follow his journey. We got Josh. Josh was only a sophomore this year. So how special for you to be able to experience this at a young age. He's still got 2 years in this
It's like I'm gonna run it back.
Yeah, amen, bro.
I'm trying to run it back.
He's still got 2 years in this program, and make sure you follow this man's journey. Make sure you follow this super special program. And we got Jake, man. Jake has gotten a lot of accolades this year, going D1. I think every young hooper, it's like on top of win a state championship. Like you got to have one like personal goal, and the personal goal is like, bro, I want to go D1. And in an environment that is so hard to go D1 right now, Jake, you're going D1 and you're going up against 24-year-olds, bro, who average 12 and 12 because they could go grab them in the portal, but they're grabbing you, right? So you got a coach who believes in you, but follow Jake on his journey. He's going to Central Michigan. I can't wait to be up there watching you.
For sure, man. Me too.
I told your dad I'll ride with him anytime to, you know.
I'm gonna have my Western gear on, but I'm gonna be at the game though.
And I hope y'all enjoy this, man. This is super special. We've had pro athletes, business owners, people that have really made an impact in their communities. And these young men at 16, 17, 18-year-old, they've made a huge impact on this community. So this one was really special.
I'm super proud of you guys too.
Yeah.
Like you guys got a lot of great things ahead of you.
Amen to that. So if you like this, guys, please like, subscribe, tune in. We're on all social media platforms, YouTube, Spotify. Send this to a friend. We'll see you soon.
Your second season starts now.